This question then is looking at the percentage of oxygen in today's atmosphere is greater than the other atmosphere. Explain what caused this to happen. So we had the fact that plants evolved and plants carry out photosynthesis and produce oxygen. So 2 marks, there's your 2 points. I always put these into sentences. I'm just doing bullet points to save a bit of time when I explain it to you. Magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. So we've got a student kind of investigation with a known mass of magnesium oxide completely reacts. The method is as shown. So we've got some steps here, 5 steps in which the student has done. Explain how students could check that magnesium oxide has reacted completely. So what you'd have to do here is you would reheat the magnesium and you would check its mass, okay, and you would repeat until the mass remains the same. So you keep doing that till the mass stays the same. Okay, another experiment, we've got this amount of phosphorus and oxygen forming phosphorus chloride. Deduce the molecular formula for this. Okay, so we have to do a couple of things here. First of all, let's work out the empirical formula. So the empirical formula, we're dealing with phosphorus and we're dealing with oxygen. So let's put the masses down initially. So mass of phosphorus is 1.24 and we've got 1.60 grams of oxygen reacting. Then we're going to put the MR, so phosphorus is 31, oxygen is 16. And from this, we are going to work out the moles. Okay, so the moles of phosphorus is 0.04, just do it on my calculator, and this is 0.1. Then I'm going to divide by the smallest number. So dividing by the smallest number, we get an answer of 2 to 5. Okay, so this means the empirical formula is P2O5 as an answer. Now what I need to do, that's only the first step. Now what I need to do is I need to work out the mass of this formula. So this formula has a mass, so we've got phosphorus times 2 and we've got oxygen times 5. So phosphorus is 31 times 2 and oxygen is 16 times 5. When you work all that out, you get an answer of 142. Now the question tells me the mass should be 284. So if I take 284 and divide it by the mass of the empirical formula, I get a ratio of 2, which means my molecular formula has to be 2 times bigger than the empirical formula. So we've got P2O5 times it by 2 is P4 and then 0, 10. And that'll be my final answer. Okay, so a couple of stages to that one. But if you get through each one, you're picking up marks as you go. And I think we can all find our way through to that last little step. Let's just check. Okay, there's another question. So students got apparatus to investigate the percentage of oxygen. This is something we've actually done in class ourselves. The apparatus lasts a few days. Explain one change students would see after a few days. So when we looked at ours, the iron wool, okay, had started to rust. Explain one change started to rust. Why has it started to rust? Because it is being oxidized. The oxygen is reacting with it. Explain the change we made to the apparatus to allow a student to calculate the percentage differently. So what I would do if I was doing this is replace the test tube with a measuring cylinder. So replace that with measuring cylinder. And why is that better? We can directly measure the change in volume. So you directly measure change in the volume in that reaction.